Hello, lovely listeners. This is just a little reminder that this episode will be our last one for a couple of weeks. So we will see you again for episode 103 on Sunday, the 22nd of September. We forgot to mention it at all during the episode this week, so I'm just recording a little extra reminder to make up for that. So enjoy the episode, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye! And hi.
How about this? Blaze it, but don't dial blaze it. We just said blaze it because 420 is the weed number.
Okay, let's try that.
Right. Yeah,
let's not discuss it any further.
Okay.
And we'll try it
in unison. That's a great plan. We're good at plans.
And welcome to WayTooBroad, a show and tell program for really, really ridiculously excited grown-ups. I'm Hannah, and these are my co-hosts, Erin and Ben. Hi, Erin.
Hello, Hannah. Hi, Ben.
Hello.
I introduced Ben.
I'm upstairs again.
Nice.
Oh, you both are?
Welcome back. Yeah, I'm back upstairs, too.
Everything's fine.
Thank God.
Everyone's back upstairs.
Last week was a disaster because we were both downstairs.
God, it was a shit show.
I'm not back upstairs, but I don't have an upstairs, so.
She's still got her ladder collection proudly displayed behind her, though.
Yep.
So she can go up as high as she can.
Welcome to the life. So.
Welcome to the life.
Amazing.
I had some trouble saying the word ridiculously.
Whoa.
You had some trouble?
You don't say.
We might get into something that might explain that when we talk about drinks.
Okay, cool. Should we talk about drinks?
Sure, let's talk about drinks.
Nice.
Who's first? Ben, what are you drinking?
I straight up thought I was last.
No.
I got ice water, and I have a second.
Oh,
Nice. Killing it. Ben is learning lessons.
And planning.
Mm-hmm.
And plastic cups.
Still not in cups because I still don't have furniture.
I have 2 drinks. Got my fresh to death seltzer. Sad.
That ass
fresh to
did
death
not
seltzer?
sound fresh.
No. It's good though. Good seltz.
Let's get a bottle update. Have you washed that bottle anytime recently?
No. In fact, I had, recently Ian wanted, some good flavory seltzers. So I didn't use it for like a week and a half. And then I just rinsed it and used it again.
That's chill.
Yeah, it's fine. My second drink is exciting though. It's also my first alcoholic beverage in like 2 months. So I've had like 2 sips of it and I'm like a little loopy already. But, it is a stroopwafel liqueur.
Wow!
Or wine or something?
Oh, didn't we talk about that or something?
Hold on.
We did in one episode.
Imported stroopwafel wine cocktail.
Oh, this is different.
Wine cocktail?
What?
I don't know. It's 15% ABV. Ian got it at World Market.
Wow!
Whoa.
And, this is the description. Caramel waffle. It's stroopwafel, is the name of it. And then the subtitle is Caramel Waffle Wine Cocktail. And the subtitle is Apple Beet Wine with grain neutral spirits, natural and artificial flavors, and caramel color.
Apple beet wine?
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
I have to tell you, it doesn't taste like apples or beets. Have you ever been at Bath & Body Works smelling like the candles? And you just huffing all the candles and you get to one that has like a sweet, buttery sort of fragrance. And it just like immediately makes you cough because it's so intensely like buttery. It's like you have butter in your nose all of a sudden.
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
You've lost me there.
Completely lost me. Is it like as buttery as like sometimes my hot feet smell?
That's more of a your branch of the family thing.
Like that hot buttery popcorn where you're like, oh, that's hot buttery popcorn.
No, it's just like
Wow.
It just smells like I was scrolling around the website trying to figure out exactly what, because for those who don't know, I used to work at Bath and Body Works, and I am like a connoisseur of their fragrances still to this day.
Clearly.
And a lot of times,
Connoisseur of their butter candles.
A lot of times, if someone's like wearing a Bath and Body Works fragrance, I can like clock it from across the room still to this day, and I will be like,
Wow.
"Are you wearing like Moonlight Path?" And they'll be like, "Yes." And then they know I'm the best, and so
how to establish dominance in the workplace.
That's kind of how I establish dominance, exactly. But this one I can't.
And then legally, I'm their boss.
That's how I've worked my way up the corporate ladder.
It's a whole scent thing. You start wearing their scent, and then they smell like you, and you own them. You're dominant over them.
Right. Right. Here's an example.
Because human beings are cats.
Oh, yeah. Here's an example of a dominance tactic I used today. I got into work, and the very first thing I did was I absolutely shattered my perfume bottle all over my desk.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. I would hate you. I would hate you. Like, even like, if you did that, like, I would disown you as a family. You're out. Get out of here.
Well, like, the weird thing is, and maybe this was just me, because I know I was probably, like, the most used to it. This really happened. Was that, I couldn't smell it at all. Even when it first, like, broke. And then, like, for the rest of the day, like, I just couldn't smell it. It completely broke all over my desk, and I cleaned it up in, like, a few minutes, and I never smelled it. Like, I don't know.
How did that happen?
It was, like, it was a little glass, like, little spray bottle. I'll give him a shout out. It's actually a fragrance from Torrid, the clothing store, called Sultry, I think is what it's called. Something like that. Like it's like a dark purple bottle, but it's really a nice,
dark purple, very
perfume.
breakable bottle.
Yeah, it's glass. It's a glass bottle. And so I was just like unpacking my things from my purse, and I was trying to just get it out to like just spray a tiny bit on myself, or maybe take it to the bathroom and spray it, because I had forgotten to spray anything on me before I came in. And
you smelled like shit.
Like, I smelled like shit, and it did a flip over my hand and just like landed.
Did a flip. That was very passive of you.
That's what happened. I don't know what to tell you.
The bottle just jumped out of my hands. I don't know.
And also, weirdly, like 2/3 of it stayed in the bottle, even though the bottom completely broke.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. So
I almost just said maybe it's magnetic.
yeah, maybe it's magnetic.
I was like,
magnetic.
that makes no fucking sense.
Maybe it's a ferrofluid. Who knows?
That's a great theory. I was like, maybe it's mercury, and I'm like, why would that explain anything?
Because mercury is magnetic. It all makes sense.
Bingo!
It's because it landed on its side. It's not important. Okay, but
Mercury by Torrid.
Okay, but here's an example of the type of candle that it smells like: marshmallow pumpkin latte. Does that like conjure a phrase? Like
Marshmallow,
but
but none of that's buttery.
Okay, describe the butter. I feel like she's trying to get to something with the buttery. It's got like a thickness to it. It's got like the scent has like a weight to it, huh? Yeah, it does. It just jams up your nose with butter, and then also like it is kind of thick as a drink. And is it like nutmeggy?
It's a little bit cinnamony.
Okay.
It's good. It's very strong. It suggests that you put it like in hot coffee, and that would be very nice. It would be very nice to do that, and then have a stroopwafel on top would be lovely.
Oh my gosh. I know we're in the middle of drinks, but this is a perfect segue to my friend texted me unknowing, I don't think she listens to the pod, but she was like, oh, like we go to Costco together sometimes, / like if I go, I'll text her if she needs anything, vice versa. And she was like, oh, I impulse bought some stroopwafel at Costco, and I need to help. Do you guys want to help us eat them? And I was like, yes. Also, like,
you can get that at Costco?
Apparently you can get it at Costco.
Like Daleman's?
I don't know yet.
Let me know. Keep us
but with the way that
updated on
Costco is, now that you want it, it probably won't be there next time.
That's true. Costco giveth and the Costco taketh away. That is true.
Do you guys want to hear? Actually, Erin, you have your drink first, right?
Yeah.
Tell me your drink and I'll tell you if
Are you done your drinks, Hannah?
Yes, except I want to just tell you I did buy some stroopwafel to test.
No! Sam!
Yo. They're both eating stroopwafel right now.
I bought it to test alongside the stroopwafel drink, and I have to say that the experience of eating stroopwafel is much less kind of mouth coating and buttery, and like it's a much lighter sort of experience. But that's why I think this would be really good as part of a cocktail, not by itself.
Can I tell you, Hannah? You said you bought that to compare it. You don't need a reason to buy it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
You can just say I bought a stroopwafel.
You're right,
and we would be like, of course, because that's a tasty treat for you.
Yeah.
I was flying United this weekend, and they were serving stroopwafel as an in-flight snack.
Oh
wow! It's taken over.
My mom like ordered it too, even though she like doesn't eat wheat, and just so I could have two. And so I've been snacking on that stroop.
Nice.
Yeah. So shout outs to United stroopwafel. Okay, I'm drinking a lemon lime seltzer in my Yeti Coolster. Obviously.
Cool.
Nice
Coolster.
Yeah, it is cool.
Always.
It's cool. All right. Upfront things, Ben.
You want to hear about Costco?
Look, Ben has an upfront thing. Let the reader note.
I'd love to hear about Costco.
Yeah, I love Costco.
My lab mate, who's from China today, showed me a Chinese news article about the first Costco opening in China, which happened...
China today? Sorry.
He's from China every day.
Cool. Continue.
The first Costco opened in China in Shanghai yesterday.
Wow.
Can I ask you something? What is it about you that your coworker knew that you would be interested in this?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, I wasn't particularly interested, but I should say I'm not like inherently interested in Costco things. I don't even like Costco, and he doesn't know that. I think he was just showing me because the next thing I was about to say is funny and interesting, which is that number one, it was insanely crowded, and number two, so crowded and busy that they sold out of everything after half a day and had to close early on that day because they ran out of inventory.
Holy shit.
Wow.
At a fucking Costco.
Holy moly.
What do you mean you're not interested in Costco inherently?
I hate Costco.
I thought you loved Costco.
I don't love Costco. I've never loved Costco.
Do you have a Costco membership?
Are you breaking up with Costco?
I do have a Costco membership because it's convenient to get like toilet paper, paper towels, and gas there.
What do you hate about it?
It's always too crowded, and it's always... Even on the days it's not crowded, I just don't want to be there. I don't want to buy a month's supply of everything, especially when I don't know if I like it or not, because then I just end up wasting a bunch of food. I just don't like it.
You gotta know when to hold them at Costco is
it's
all.
Like, it's not great to shop at if you're vegetarian, which we eat vegetarian in the house.
They do have a lot of really great frozen organic vegetables that are very delicious.
Yeah, but Kylie doesn't like vegetables. And I don't like most either.
Moving on. Costco's awesome.
But they also have like a fuck ton of meat.
Is you.
Like they have meat everywhere. I like Target because Target has a really great selection of fake meats.
Okay.
Like surprisingly good.
Yeah. Chill.
Yeah.
Don't blame Costco because you don't like vegetables. Okay. Let's...
No, I don't like Costco for all the other reasons I said, which had nothing to do with vegetables also.
I've got an upfront thing. Erin, that's a cool hat.
Thanks. This is a Carolina Courage hat. It has a rainbow star on it.
I like it.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Wait, I have another upfront thing.
Whoa.
What's your upfront?
Whoa.
Making up for lost time.
I just want to tell you what Como's doing right now.
Okay.
Because it's very cute. Number one, he came upstairs to hang out with us while Hazel's out, which is very nice. Mm-hmm. And a relatively new thing for him. Also, he's been doing this thing lately for like past couple weeks where his like favorite thing to do is to just if we're like under a blanket, he gets under the blanket with us and falls asleep, like totally wrapped up in it. And it's so fucking cute. And Kylie's up here right now under a blanket, and he came up and like started poking his head under until she opened it up so he could come in, and now he's just sleeping under there.
Oh, that is so nice. That's like what Henry does.
Yeah, it is like Henry.
Henry does that.
They have the same birthday too.
Oh,
remember?
That's a coincidence. Speaking of birthdays, I have an upfront, which is, by the time this comes out, tomorrow, Thursday, the 29th, it is both Molly's birthday, my wife, and Mom's birthday, my mom. So,
I forgot they have the same birthday.
Yeah, same year and
I
everything.
don't know if I ever knew.
I've been telling that joke like mad, and I love it because like most people are like, "Oh, cool." Wait, like it takes like a full beat for them to like do that math. Yeah, it's both their birthdays. So happy birthday to two of my favorite ladies.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Start spreading the news.
It's birthday tomorrow.
Is it good? Do you think it's good to throw back to jokes that we did before we started recording?
Yes.
That is a yes.
Yes, I do.
Keep on stalling because I have one more bite of stroopwafel.
I'm also chewing the whole time.
I have another upfront, which is, speaking of birthday, I went to New York City with my mom this weekend on a birthday trip. We saw Moulin Rouge the musical. It was so dope. We sat up front. We saw Hannah Gadsby's new show.
Ooh, was it great?
It was great. It was so great. And we had a great time. New York City. Didn't like it last time I went. Really enjoyed it this time. Thanks, Mom. Birthday.
Nice. Thanks, Mom. Birthday. Thanks, Hannah Gadsby. Thanks, Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge. Yeah. Beep boop.
Beep boop. I have an upfront.
Thanks, Stroopwafel United
What
Flight.
is your upfront?
What's your upfront?
Boss?
I just wanted to thank. I had like several people, all like friends and family, but mostly people who I know listen to this show, like reach out to me after my segment last week and like tell me that they thought that it was good that I talked about like what I talked about last week. So I appreciated that, and it was nice hearing from you, and just thanks to everybody who like listened to that segment and read the article too, because I know a few people did that as well. So I just wanted to say thanks.
Flippin' shout out. Support.
Yeah. So that's all. I just wanted to say something because it was nice. I felt very confident about it when I was talking to you guys about it, and then I felt very vulnerable when I was actually posting the episode and the story. So it was nice to get some like positive feedback on it.
Yeah, I thought it was lovely. You know, Molly went out of her way to tell me she thought it was really great. So
thanks, Molly.
She didn't go like, you know, out of her way to tell you it was really great, but she...
I liked your Medium post also.
Thank you.
I didn't read it. I'm sorry. Did you post it to our Slack, our little Slack?
I did.
I'm sorry. I didn't read it. I'm going to read it.
It's okay. It's like all the same information. You don't have to read it now.
I'm going to read it now. I'm going to read it out loud right now.
That's all. I don't think I have any other upfront things.
I have one last one.
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to Erin, who recommended Big Little Lies a while ago as her obsession, and I've been watching. I just finished the first season and started the second, and it's so good. The lies, they're huge, they're tiny. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, you've been binging because you like sent me some predictions like freaking 2 days ago, and then have already like finished.
Yeah.
All the first season.
I mean, it's only 7 episodes, the first season.
Yeah, that's true. And it's highly bingeable. It's like you can't put it down.
Yeah.
So.
I started watching Steven Universe, and it's good. Yeah. It's nice because there's like a running, there's some running mystery to it and things, but it's also like 11-minute episodes. Like it was made for Adult Swim. So it's like
that sounds like it's for Adult Swim? Oh,
or no,
I didn't realize that.
It's not. It's for Cartoon Network. They both have black and white logos, like, so kill me.
And Adult Swim is also on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that is for
So
Cartoon
killer.
Network.
I'm going to. God.
As soon as I get back to Boston.
Oh, which will be the day that this... Which will be the day that this comes out, actually. That you come back.
Well, R.I.P. Hannah. Such a great... So, auditions are open for our new co-host.
Yeah.
Film yourself doing a 3, 2, 1, go. Countdown. And then hello and welcome to WayTooBroad. Where's my outline? And send it in. WayTooBroad@gmail.com.
You're going to need a significant other who makes you eclectic beverages also.
Yeah, that is needed.
Yeah.
And a soda stream.
Yep. Gotta have that.
And a ladder collection.
And you need to love smashing perfume on your desk.
For dominance.
All right.
Who's first?
Me.
Ben.
Okay,
Ben.
let's pop in then.
Shall I? Shall we? Shall I?
Shall you?
Yeah, you shall.
What's your obsession,
Okay.
Ben? I don't know.
My obsession, and I have very much, like, it's been a true obsession. A lot of times, some weeks, I'm scrounging for something that I've just been enjoying that week.
Yeah.
This week, I've truly been obsessed. I watch these videos all the time. It's a YouTube channel called Numberphile.
How you spell that?
Number and then Phile.
Oh.
Number
It's got-
pile.
Nope. I mean, if you forget how PH works in English.
Number pile.
Numberphile.
Numberphile. Numberphile.
Number Philly.
One Wario. It's a math YouTube channel.
Wow, nerd.
It's got like 3 million subscribers. It's also been around a long ass time. It's been around since like 2011 or 2012, so they have a lot of like videos from a few years ago, but they're still putting stuff out. It's made by this guy named Brady Heron, who's an Australian like journalist and filmmaker who seems to run a lot of YouTube channels, including this one, and it's like sponsored in part by the Mathematics Science Research Institute. So I think it's just designed to be kind of a way to get people interested in cool math stuff. And it's like there's a broad range from like little interesting math problems to like explanations of some of the most like important unsolved conjectures in like research mathematics, but it's all like it's not like it's targeted to people who have like a little bit of background in math often, but they'll usually explain things in like simple terms and ways anyone can understand. And it's also like basically the format is he's with like some mathematic expert. It's often either he videos like a lot of math professors or like professional mathematicians of some sort, like lecturers and researchers, and also he works with like kind of like popular science writers and authors, and like one of the guys that he works with is like an Australian, from what I could gather from looking him up, he's like kind of an Australian like popular science TV presenter guy who also has a lot of interest in math. So it's like a broad range, and a lot of them are like specifically like really good math communicators and really good at like making math interesting for people that normally don't care about it. And I like, I feel like basically every night for the past like couple weeks, if I'm not watching Big Little Lies, or even like during the day, like I'll watch like one video and then I just like go down a rabbit hole of watching like a bunch, because a lot of the times they'll have like a video and then they'll like link to other videos about a similar topic, or they'll sometimes have like extra footage which has even more like technical information that's like not as interesting for a lot of people, but I'll still watch their like 20 to 25 minute videos where they like go into detail on stuff. It's all so interesting, and I love math. I always have, and I obviously use a lot of math in engineering, but you don't use a lot of like pure mathematics that the kind of stuff they do. And I don't know, it's just very cool to see a lot of the interesting stuff.
I like math too, but I'm interested, like, what specifically do you find that you love about math if you had to articulate it?
That's a good question.
And you have to, because I just asked.
You have to.
I find that math often reveals connections in ways that you wouldn't expect. Like, one of the things they sometimes talk about on Numberphile is like really groundbreaking and historical proofs. Like when someone, like, there's this thing called Fermat's last theorem that wasn't actually proven until like the mid 90s, and they kind of talk about the history of it a little bit, and like how in order to prove it, the person who did had to bring in like a whole nother branch of mathematics into the proof that would like seemingly be unconnected, but is. And there's a lot of examples of things like that where like prime numbers end up being involved in like functional analysis in ways that like don't really make sense to me right now, but I would really love to learn more about. And like, and it's so weird because like the prime numbers have such like, they do a lot of interesting things. The prime numbers on that interesting like information and theories about prime numbers on that channel. And they're like, it's like such a kind of arbitrary definition of like, this is a number that can only be factorized by itself in one. And yet there's like actually a lot of practical use that comes from them, which I think is really interesting. I also like how, kind of on the same vein, like doing math in school, I always liked it because oftentimes there wasn't like always one correct way to get to an answer, especially for like more complicated problems. Like, and this is something I like about engineering in general, is that you can, when you're learning it and when you're teaching it also, like you can, and this is one of the reasons I also have always liked teaching, is because you often have to figure out different ways to understand it than you did, because the way you understand it might not work for who you're trying to teach. And so you have to figure out different ways to like attack a problem and to look at a problem. And math is kind of the tool for that. And in any kind of math problem, there are often several different approaches that will work, but may utilize different parts of your understanding and different parts of your brain. I've always really liked that.
That's cool.
Just feels like it's very easy to like kind of expand your understanding by working with a problem you know, but doing it a different way.
Some of these video titles, at least, remind me of that book, and now I think podcast, Freakonomics. Did you ever read that?
I did not.
It's like, he's a mathematician, or he's an economist, I guess. What the hell is his name? Hold on, please hold.
Is that Malcolm Gladwell? No.
No, it's not. Freakonomics book guy. Stephen Levitt wrote this book, Freakonomics, a rogue economist explores the hidden side of everything. Stephen Levitt and Stephen Dubner wrote it together.
Dubner.
Stephen D. Levitt is a professor of economics, and Stephen J. Dubner is an award-winning journalist and radio and TV personality. So that's how that works out. So it's not straight up like pure mathematics, but they'll take questions that you wouldn't necessarily think could be answered with economics and just try to find ways to get at answers, sort of like what you were talking about. Like this one, I don't know that it is how similar it actually is, 'cause I haven't watched any of them, but this one does Hollywood ruin books? That's the sort of question that they would ask in Freakonomics. And then do a bunch of like looking up whatever, like they'll approach the question from all these different unexpected angles and turn, things into data that you wouldn't necessarily think to, and try to get at like an actual proof of like yes or no, basically. Yeah, it's cool.
Interesting. Interdasting.
And also I like this person whose who stars in this video, because her name's also Hannah.
Well, that's a great name.
In a Numberphile video?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't encountered any of her videos.
Her name's Hannah Fry. And on her website, it says that she's a mathematician, science presenter, and all-around badass.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to watching these videos, Ben.
Me too.
Yeah, they're very, very good.
They look very interesting.
Oh, yeah, I think I have a couple I could recommend.
Yes, please.
Okay, so there's one. This one has 7.1 million views, and it blew my mind when I watched it. But I believe it now. And it is called, the title is Astounding. 1 + 2 + 3 + 4 + 5 + ... equals -1/12.
Wow.
And that's a true thing.
No.
That is, yes, it is, and that is used. And Kylie's shaking her head at me too, but it's used in that formula is actually used in a lot of areas of physics.
Wow.
It's like genuinely provable.
Wow.
Cool.
It's wild. And then actually there's an interesting kind of follow-up video to that, which I think, no, it didn't come out first, but it's called Why -1/12 is a Gold Nugget. That is an explanation kind of how to understand that. That's very good. I also would recommend. Let me see.
Let him see.
Let me see. The golden ratio.
Let him see.
The golden ratio, why it is so irrational, is a good one.
Is the golden ratio doing to others as you would have done to yourself?
No. And then...
Why it is so irrational.
Why it is so irrational.
I found it.
There's one about transcendental numbers, which is interesting also.
The fuck?
And
I don't know what that is at all.
Transcendental numbers?
Yeah.
They're numbers that can never be the solution to a polynomial.
Jeez.
Yeah, Hannah.
Which
so sad.
And the two most famous examples are pi and e.
Benjamin Yeager Brown, have you listened to the podcast?
No, I haven't, although I've thought I might start to.
It's the most non-committal answer I've ever heard. I might think about starting to.
I only just recently found out about it. That's why.
Okay, I see. Me too.
And I have one more. I should recommend.
Okay.
I think it's one of the more very. I mean, they're math videos. They're obviously math heavy, but like in terms of will be maybe more interesting if you have more of a math background. It's called Riemann hypothesis. Riemann.
Thank you.
Riemann hypothesis.
It's like one of the most important unsolved conjectures in math right now.
Wow.
There are like a lot of proofs and other things, especially related to prime numbers, that if you prove the Riemann hypothesis, like they're predicated on the Riemann hypothesis being true. And so if someone proves the Riemann hypothesis, it'll automatically prove like dozens of other proofs.
Wow.
Which is really neat.
Mm.
That's it though. Everyone watch those videos, watch that YouTube channel. It's good.
Cool.
It's good and cool.
It looks very cool. I'm excited to watch some of these. Like I said earlier.
Stop trying to fucking convince us. We're gonna watch them.
I know Erin's not gonna, but
we already said
hope I can get the rest of you too.
I'm gonna watch one right now.
Okay, cool. I'll watch it.
Cool. Good one. I said I would.
Neat. My turn.
Hit her!
Me. Okay. I'm excited. So, my obsession this week is a little bit of a throwback. I had a little bit of a throwback this week.
What's that throwback? Tell us all about it.
I got the latest and greatest Tamagotchi.
Wow!
Here it is.
Look at that sparkle. Oh, color.
Yeah, it's a full color.
Rainbows.
So he's in bed right now. He's sleeping.
What's your Tamagotchi's name?
His name. Okay, so you don't get to name the first generation, but you get to name. The short answer is the Tamagotchi's name is Bitchy, but I'll tell you why.
Wait, can we just go back to your you weren't allowed to name the first generation.
Yes, that's why
you were allowed to name it.
No, that's why I want to start with that. So this Tamagotchi is called Tatagotchi On. I actually heard about it from Griffin McElroy on their knockoff of our podcast, Wonderful. He brought it as his one of his things, and I was like intrigued, but I was like, "This is a $60 fucking Tamagotchi. I'm not going to buy this."
Wow.
Yeah. And, yeah. And then, like 2 days later, I bought it. So.
I thought you were going to say it went on sale or something.
No. No, I just really wanted it, so I bought it. Like that Ariana Grande song.
You can't take it with you.
Right. So.
But you can leave it for your kids.
Yeah. But
Tamagotchi is your kid.
Yeah, it kind of is your kid. They grow up really, really fast, though, like, literally.
Just like kids.
Yeah. Very much like kids, when they're first born after, well, the part that's not like kids is that first it's an egg, but it hatches really quickly. And then,
I mean,
hey man, what do ovaries do?
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
What's an ovaries?
What do you call the things that I'm squirting out once a month?
You're right. But it
the worst way to describe a period in the world.
That's not a period.
It's
I'm talking about my fallopian tube squirting out an egg.
Oh.
But
unclear.
But like it doesn't sit in your living room when you ovulate. It's
you don't know my life. I sit in my living room.
Anyway, it's only an egg for a second because it hatches really quickly, and then when it's a baby, which is for only like a couple hours, it's extremely needy. It is constantly hungry and always pooping, which I've heard is very lifelike. But then it grows up, and it has like a couple of different phases, much like the original Tamagotchi. It is like a kid, and then it's like I think they call it a teen, and eventually is an adult, and looks different as it gets older. And then in the original Tamagotchi, once it got old enough, and it had been around for like, I think it's 2 weeks, because Rachel has one, our cousin, shout outs to Rachel. And she is looking for a new name on Twitter just about every 2 weeks or so, because it just dies.
Wow.
Is she killing it? What's happening?
They just have a life cycle, and they can't really live more than 2 weeks. So she says.
Okay.
But this one, what you do is you actually can go and meet other Tamagotchi like characters, and if you play with them enough, like you can bring toys to them and play games with them, and like you basically get to know them. And once you're old enough to like be marrying, you can marry one of them, whichever one you want. My situation with my first generation was that I proposed to another, like Tamagotchi character, and she said no. And she said she just wanted to be friends. And then I somehow didn't have the ring anymore, so I couldn't like propose to anybody else. And I found out later that she had kept it because after I continued to like go back and play with her, eventually she proposed to me, and we ended up getting married.
With your ring?
Wow.
Yeah, the same ring, as far as I could tell. There's only 2 ring styles in the game.
Ending.
Yeah, but yeah, so you can marry them, and then when they get married, they like automatically have a baby, and you start like generation after generation of.
It should be called Tamagotchi's Fuck.
Tamagotchi's Fuck. In Japan, it's called On. Yeah. In Japan, it's called Tamagotchi Meets, I think.
Why is it called Tamagotchi On?
I don't know. Meets makes a lot more sense.
Let's get it on.
Start spreading the news.
But yeah, it's cool because like the Tamagotchis that you like marry and stuff, they all look very different. All your options look very different, and the offspring take on traits of both of the parents. So you can as you get further along in the generations, your Tamagotchi will start to look like more and more unique because it'll have like a lot of different traits from different like types of Tamagotchis. And if you want, you can like sort of, like customize it by being choosy about who you marry based on traits.
You can be a eugenist.
Yeah. Basically, I was trying not to make it sound like that, but
you failed.
Hard not to.
You failed.
But yeah, it's fun. The animations are really cute, and the music and sounds kind of like bring you back. Like all the beeping and like the stuff. And it's been, it's also, I haven't had a chance to do it because I don't know anyone else that has one of these, but it can Bluetooth connect to your phone, and like you can play like you can transfer, I've done this, you can transfer your Tamagotchi like over to your phone and play games on your phone with it.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
Yeah, and also it's got like near field communication built in, so you can if you know someone else that has one and you're like physically together, you can like have them, like your Tamagotchi and their Tamagotchi play together. I think you can even have them marry each other, but I'm not sure.
Is Rachel coming to Thanksgiving? Maybe you guys can do that.
Well, Rachel's Tamagotchi isn't fancy enough to play with.
It's not an on? I thought you said she had an on.
No, she has the old one.
Oh.
And it's not old. Well, she has the original. Like, you can still buy the original. So, she did that.
Are those $60?
No, they're much less expensive. But
is it worth the $60, do you think?
It's got
For you, are you happy with it?
I'm happy with it. It's got a ton of functionality. There's like games within this. Like one of the ways that you can raise the happiness meter on your Tamagotchi is you can like take them to the store, and there's like an arcade at the store, and there's like a whole town. There's like other villages you can explore. Like there's a lot to do. So I would say, as much as anything that this size can be worth $60, I feel I've gotten plenty of joy out of it.
So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with playing Tamagotchi?
Here's what the family looks like. So
just pull it back a little bit.
Bitchy
okay,
family.
Why is it called bitchy?
Okay.
You never explained that.
Okay, so you don't, as I said, the first like generation, you don't have an opportunity to name them. They're just like have their standard names. But then when I got to the second generation, it let me name it. So, but it has to end in TCHI. There's no other option.
Oh.
So that was the first thing I thought of.
Cool.
Yeah.
Chill.
I was like, what can I do that sounds like a word? But
Bitchy.
I'll take a picture of the family tree so people can see what I mean about how different they all look and sort of how they take on traits and stuff. My bitchy little family.
So nice.
Yeah, I actually already have picked out who I'm going to marry next, but I'm just waiting for my for bitchy to get old enough. And then I'm going to marry her. You can't marry, you have to marry the opposite sex, which is a little annoying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But,
Congratulations on your gotchi.
Thank you.
Did you know the name Tamagotchi is a portmanteau?
Yeah.
Oh. No.
I just looked that up because I remembered that the Japanese word for friend is, I believe, Tomodachi. But I think it's like is it Tomi? Tomodachi? How do you spell it?
I don't know. I actually only knew the
Tomo?
the other part.
So yeah, it's not, that's what I thought it was, but it's not. It's from tamago, which means egg.
Yeah.
And watch.
Oh.
Combined with the English word watch.
Yeah, I lied when I said I knew it was portmanteau, but I did know that the tamago part was from egg. That's the part I knew.
So it's a cross-language portmanteau.
Wow.
Nice.
Eggwatchy.
Eggwatchy.
Egg watch.
Eggwatch.
Egg watch 2019.
friend.
Your little friend.
Tomodachi.
Mm-hmm.
Tomodachi.
Tomodachi.
That's all.
All right, me now.
You now.
Nice.
Good one, Hannah.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad that you followed your heart for $60.
Thank you.
My obsession is a musical group that I've known about this musical group for a while now, actually, but for some reason I have been almost exclusively listening to them this week. They do have a new album, but I've just been only in the mood for their music. They are an acapella group called Voctave or Voctave. I think it's Voctave. They're an 11-member acapella group, but they're not like. When I think of acapella, I think of somebody beatboxing and somebody being making mouth noises.
Why do you think of that?
Just because I feel like a lot of acapella has somebody beatboxing or making kind of
most do, yeah.
Yeah, but this group doesn't. So when I think of them, I think of I like to describe them as choral. They're almost their style is more like choral. There's no beatboxing or anything like that. They're always just singing and really, really beautifully.
Do you not like the beatboxing? You sound like you don't like it.
No, it's not that. It's just I really love choral music.
Okay.
That's just
that makes sense.
I'm not shitting on beatboxing. I like a beatbox.
None of these fucking beatboxers in my acapella music.
Not in my ears. No. It's not that at all. It's just that I love choral music, and I really fucking do. And
who doesn't?
Who doesn't, honestly? And so I love that style. These are all amazing singers. I think sometimes in an a cappella group, as a collective, the singers can sound really good, but then every once in a while someone will take a solo. And if I'm being picky, which I am, sometimes you're ooh, not a strong soloist, and that's fine. But all of these people, whenever they take a solo, they're amazing. I feel like they're an exceptionally talented group of a cappella singers. Did you guys happen to get to listen to any of the videos I splatted in the channel?
I sampled them, yeah.
Okay, that's cool if not. But they do I
did that.
Thank you. What'd you think? Any impressions?
Yeah, I also found them very choral. I was wondering, do they only do Disney songs?
They don't. So that was what I was going to mention next. Was I gave Hannah and Ben 3 of my favorites, which happened to be really great Disney medleys. So they did Disney's Showstopper medley, Disney's Princess medley, and Disney Love medley, which featured 2 guest soloists. That sentence was so hard to say. I'm really tired. But so I think those are some of my favorites. I think they're really well done. But the arrangements, some of the arrangements are just amazing. I'll listen to the same part over and over again. There's anyway, but they do other stuff. They actually have 2 Christmas albums, which is exciting for Christmas time, because that's what lovely kind of Christmas music to have choral a cappella to listen to. But they have all sorts of things. They have just all sorts of music there on Spotify.
They are doing a Christmas show at the Segerstrom Center for the Arts, which is 15 minutes from me.
In California?
In Boston?
No, in December.
In Boston?
In California.
Okay, so, will you still be there? What?
Because you said in Boston, and I said in December.
You said no in December.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What did you say? Sorry.
You won't.
Will I still be here?
Yeah.
Yeah, will you still be there?
They're doing it on December 14th, which is more than likely the day I'm leaving.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I think the reason they do a lot more Disney songs other than the ones I sent you, and I think the reason is almost all of them sing at Disney World as part of the Disney World band, choral group or something like that. The Disney, let's see, I'm trying to find it.
That would explain it.
Yeah, and so I think a lot of them work there. I think probably a lot of them met there. So their music is just great. I love all of it. I think they're insanely talented. And it's great work music. I listened to it at the gym the other day.
What?
It's debatable if it's good gym music or not. I was digging it. I was fucking pumped. So check it out. Just, I like all their stuff. They have a great version of Moon River, which my dad really liked when I played it for him. It's just great. They have some nice Halloween songs.
Do they have a good version of Moonlight Path?
I don't know.
If they do, I'll sniff it out.
What's Moonlight Path?
It's the
scent Hannah said earlier.
It's a fragrance. It's not a scent.
Oh, right. Did you say that's what Santana said earlier?
No, it's the scent Hannah said earlier.
Oh, it's a scent Hannah said earlier. I heard you said it's what Santana said earlier.
So you were like even more lost.
I was so confused. Anyway, great band.
It's so interesting. I do feel like acapella music is for me, very specific. I had to be in a very specific mood for it. It's interesting to me to hear you say that you've been listening to it nonstop, including at the gym all week.
Yes, I have been. And here's the thing. I like this. I've found out about this band maybe even a year ago. And I listened to them a lot. Like, I really, really like them. They have a new album out of recently. That's probably why I've been listening to them. And I recently discovered their YouTube. They're fucking good. I love it.
I love acapella music.
Yeah. I won't say that I love acapella music, but I love like choral music. And I think that's what hits for me. I think I like acapella.
Okay, well,
music.
I like acapella music. So.
Well, yeah, I can't say that I know enough about acapella music.
Especially love the beatboxing. Unlike you.
You're gonna miss the beat. You're not gonna miss the beatboxing. You think you're gonna miss it, but then you're not even gonna notice it.
Until you're at the gym and you're just trying to keep a rhythm on the treadmill.
I actually have wondered how they keep the rhythm. I wonder if they have like a metronome going in their headphones.
Maybe.
Their headphones?
Yeah. When they're recording, most people wear headphones. That's like standard.
Well, when I was thinking about like live performances.
Oh, sorry. I'm just looking at their YouTube videos. I don't know about that. I think they're just in sync with each other.
Do you think that those recordings are actually what's coming out when they're doing that? When they're doing that?
I think so.
Because they're all like grouped like 3 to a mic and they still sound incredible.
I think it is. I think it is.
That's amazing.
Hey, some mics are good, Hannah.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Ouch. That hurt my mic's feelings. Listen, this mic can capture me and all the bugs chirping outside right now, so why don't you lay the fuck off of my microphone?
Yeah. Stop throwing shade.
Even though it shouldn't.
Anyway.
Shouldn't be able
to. Good music.
Yeah, good music. Cool.
So, I'll just throw a couple out there for folks listening. Again, Disney Showstoppers, Disney Princess Medley is one of my very favorites. Disney Love Medley is really good. I would recommend watching those videos. They're really delightful.
Do they do the Tangled song in the Love Melody?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm in already.
It's really good, too.
I love that song.
It's such a good song, and it's good. You'll love it, Ben. I promise you. You're gonna love it. I would also recommend, let's see, if you want to really, their Christmas albums are good, but it's not Christmas yet, so don't do that.
Don't tell us what to do.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Poor Unfortunate Souls, I Put a Spell on You from their corner of Broadway and Main Street.
Poor Unfortunate Souls?
Poor Unfortunate
Souls.
I heard it.
Oh, if you, what did I say?
Poor Unfortunate?
I did not say that. We'll find out later. If you're really interested in hearing, like, the immense talent of all of them, listen to Anything You Can Do. They really, like, flex on that song, and it's so fucking good.
Is that Like anything you can do, I can do better. That song.
Yeah. So it's like I can sing anything longer than you, sweeter than you, lower than you, and so it's like they're like going head to head, like a lady and a guy, and they're like showing off their amazing vocal talents.
So
it's
Disney.
Great. So yeah, Disney.
You okay, Ben?
Cool. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. You look a little nervous.
Kylie looks like she's gonna smash the Switch.
Don't do that.
Don't smash the Switch.
Neat. We'll check them out.
Check them out.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna watch that Princess or Love Melody right after this.
It's not.
It's
right after.
medley.
Yeah.
It's
What did I say?
You keep saying melody. It's a medley.
Did I? Wow, really? That's weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is a melody.
Yeah.
It's many medleys.
Several melodies.
Yeah.
Every medley contains several melodies.
I especially love that video, Ben, because they're just the guy, especially, is like so happy to be there, and is so like you can tell he's just having like a life-changing moment. Is what I feel like.
That's great.
Yeah, and
I like that.
Yeah, it's really nice. That's all.
Cool. I'll have to watch
Very good.
watch the videos more with my eyes.
And the sound.
Yeah.
Well, I watch the sound with my ears. I watch the video with my eyes.
Yeah.
That'll work,
Okay.
you know?
I'll do that then. Good tip. Good tip.
That makes a lot of senses.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, ayo.
Nice.
Ew. All right. Wrap it up.
Awesome. Voctave. Well, Ben, what's your homework?
My homework is go watch Numberphile videos. That's the channel. It's called Numberphile on YouTube. Maybe the podcast is good. I don't know. Haven't listened to it yet. You could try it before me, maybe. Let me know if it's good.
Wow. Unconventional.
Also, just want to re-up Erin's homework and watch Big Little Lies. It's very good.
Chill.
My Twitter is Nicely Proved Ben. I post pictures of my sweet baby kitties on there a lot. And my Twitch is Disco Greg. That honestly probably won't be streaming there maybe till January.
Wow, next year.
But yeah, till 2020. But look out for me then. I'm going to take the world by storm.
He's just powering up and
Yeah.
ready to go full Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
2020.
Hannah.
My
My homework is get a Tamagotchi on and then come hang out with me so that our Tamagotchis can fuck.
is this better, Uncle Brown? We're talking about Tamagotchis fucking and not Pokemon.
I do want to fuck the new Pokemon that just came out, though.
I do always accidentally, like in my head, I always accidentally call this a Pokemon, but that's not what it is.
No, it's your little egg friend.
It's my little egg friend, exactly.
Watch the egg.
That sounds like an old lady euphemism for a period.
Oh.
What?
My little egg friend.
No, they used to call it the curse. Where did I learn about that?
Yeah. Sawbones.
Anyway, I also have a Twitter at Hanthropology. That's also my Instagram. And my Twitter is my Instagram. It's amazing.
She's merged the technology.
The synergy is incredible. I have another podcast called So Dreamy where we talk about dreams. And that's all.
Hell yeah.
That's not all you talk about. You talk about a lot of stuff.
That's true. We do talk about a lot of stuff. Dreams, sleepwalking, sleep talking, sleep disturbances, etc. Also, sometimes periods is something we talk about.
The presidency, public anxiety.
Yeah, we do. We talk about a lot of things through the lens of dreams and sleep. So, but that's all I have to say. Erin, what's your homework?
Hello. My homework is to check out Voctave. That's Voctave.com.
Is it?
They're on Spotify. Yeah, Voctave.com. VOCTAVE.com. You said So that's a suspicious
Yeah,
thing.
what? What was that?
I don't know, you just didn't previously reference their websites. I thought you just, like, made it up for some reason.
That's, like, the least important thing about them. That was like, oh my god, this musical group, they're amazing. They have a website! If you're obsessed like I am, you can go to their website and read all about each and every one of them. Like I did. Check them out on Spotify. Check them out on YouTube. They're a delight. So sweet. I don't have any social media anymore.
Nice.
So you can deal with it.
Congrats.
Thank you.
If you want to call us and tell us your obsession, or tell us what you thought of ours, or just call us up and give us a pity message, you can do that at 774-326-0420.
Blaze it. Don't dial blaze it. We just said blaze it because it's the pot 420 number.
Is the weed number.
That was a perfect plan executed perfectly.
I came up with it and I forgot it.
I said the thing. I said it the worst. I was like, blaze it, but don't dial the number, which is the opposite. Blaze it and dial it.
If you want to, listen, guys, if you want to call us, just go smoke some weed instead. Is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
And then when you're high, you'll think about calling us, and then you'll feel like you actually did.
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
And we'll probably get the message. You know, I don't know. Also, we have a Twitter at WayTooBroad. You can reach us there, or follow us there. We're on Instagram at WayTooBroad. We have an email address, waytoobrod@gmail.com, or you can write to us. We have a website, so if you missed anything that we just said about anything, you can find it on our website at waytoobroad.com for anything you want, earnben.com for anything you need. And if you enjoyed yourself, please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes, letting us know that you had a good time, and we would appreciate it just so much. And we appreciate you for listening.
Yes.
Yes, and we love you. And
yeah, we do love you.
We do love you. And the podcast candle is now extinguished.
Wah, wah, wah. I was going to try to do the trombone, but I didn't. Couldn't do it.
Okay, well, bye. For 21st, fuck.